Hello, guys and gals and non-binary pals. Welcome to Engineered to Purpose, the second part, technically. Train of thought went everywhere else. I'm really good at this, okay? Today we are playing through the second world of the game. It is still a work in progress game. So, as far as I'm aware, this is the end of the game at this point in time. As far as I'm aware, this is the end of the game at this point in time. If we finish all of World 2. Which honestly, we might not. I don't know. But last time we got through all of World 1. And we ended with Brother being the boss monster that we had to fight. And it gave us the orbital weapon ability. I guess that's probably the most correct way to phrase that. So we got a new tower type, so we built the tower. And then we haven't done anything since then. But now we're at World 2, and we're gonna have some fun. World 1, we got all of the stars except for on level 9 and level 10. One of the monsters got through on each of those, but now we're on World 2, and flying enemies seem to be appearing in this world. I was trying to say both enemy and entity at the same time, and that was not what sentence structure would let me do. Nor what my brain would let me do there. Wow. It was apparently difficult to say. But yeah, we're going into World 2, and we will try to win, I guess. I don't know how else to phrase that. Let's see how this goes. Okay. We do still have the story to go through, but I don't know why it's not doing anything. It seems to be processing what it is supposed to be doing. Which I guess this is the part of the storyline that I have not seen before. Because in the playtest version of this that we were given forever ago, it only went to level 10 as well. Same with the story, so I don't know where the story goes for these next 10 levels. I feel sick. Yeah, you did just murder your brother, so yeah. He fights. He cannot. What? What are you talking about? I live? Brother, how? I thought this machine was supposed to merge us or something. What is this? I am not sure. This is unlike anything I expected. I should not be here like this. I don't know how to feel. I'm glad that you're here, but I don't know if I can forgive what you've done to us, to me. Good morning, dear. Was that you I heard talking a moment ago? Does it matter? It looks like your precious process isn't as perfect as you've been saying. Brother is alive. What? Child, what are you saying? He has merged with you, hasn't he? No, Mother. Neither have the others. All of them. All of us are in here together. I don't understand this. I see the activity in your brain, in the machine, and nothing should be causing separation. I must consult with... No. Sister, yes. What about me? Us. Well, this is an unforeseen issue, dear, but not a terminal one. Perhaps they simply need longer to be processed. How troublesome. We continue. Rapturous beasts to gather and reap. This is an aerial spawner. We'll summon aerial targets. These cannot be damaged by the towers you've been using so far. Build a tower and I will show you how to target aerial avatars. I have to build the tower. Isn't it just doing something with this? Triple lust. T2, R2. Sure, I've built the tower, now what? I don't really like this tower I just built. I built the tower like you asked. Continue on the tutorial. I'm getting my orbital bombardment tower. I realize that build a tower and design a tower are different. Okay, we'll build you here. After placing a tower, you must select whether it damages terrestrial or aerial targets. Choose aerial targeting for this tower now. Once you have chosen a targeting type for a tower, you cannot switch it. Oh. Set your tower and then place another, then choose terrestrial targeting for that new tower. As long as you haven't started spawning waves, you will get a full refund for selling towers. Oh. Prepare your defenses so that you can deal with both terrestrial and aerial enemies. Whenever you're ready, you may start spawning. So this is ground. This is air. That's interesting that it can't target both. It's probably going to be problematic later. Okay. This is interesting. Aerial basic avatar. The aerial avatar with average movement and health. Towers must be set to aerial targeting to attack it. Yeah. So this one just will not shoot at them, but this one will. Aerial micro avatar. Small, efficient aerial avatar with minimal health, which often appear in large numbers. Have to be set to aerial to attack it. We'll go with ground. The aerial tower barely got through, or barely stopped him. Although it does seem like I can send both a ground and an air enemy at the same time without severe amounts of problems. Can upgrade the laser. Maybe I should. I think I want to put a laser over here that's targeting air. That way I have air and ground covered for the laser. And then I need to check on the orbital bombarding thing. Is that laser gonna work? It is. Okay. Oh, I still have to select whether I want it to be aerial or ground. So even with the orbital bombardment tower, I still have to select whether it hits ground enemies or flying enemies. That's interesting. If I get another one, will it give me a secondary option? Increase this rate of fire. Yeah, that doesn't hit anything. Okay, that's interesting. Sell this to get this one, but targeting air. Okay, so it does work aerial or ground, but I have to specifically set it to hit differently. Hit ground because I don't have a turret back here for that. Okay. Now with this being the last round, I want to test this. I've got ground and air. Okay, it gives me... It lets me select which one I want to use. Okay, that's good to know. That is really good to know that it actually does give you the different choice. I like that idea of the orbital bombardments, just being able to have two of them. One targets ground, one targets air. Makes it a little interesting. Okay. So we survived it. I got a primary mine layer? The mine layer randomly places mine in its radius which detect targets and then explode. And then there's the advanced mine layer, which has additional speed. The bomber, which has scatter bombs. I feel like the bomber with the scatter bombs is better. I mean, I need to get this so that I can figure out what tower I want to build that with. I don't have this advanced generator. That's the corruptor. Corruptor adds damage over time. I don't need damage over time. Let's get the advanced generator so that I have play tutorial on uncommon power. Determine how many separate attacks a tower can support. Sure, we'll keep going through the tutorial type stuff. Let's figure out what the advanced generator does. Start creating a new tower. No. Advanced generator. Advanced detector. We'll go with mine layer. Finish creating a tower designed by choosing modifiers. Plus 20 lifeline. Decrease the delay and deal more damage. What's this one? I can have it be with two of them that do different things. Oh. So they lay out the mines at different intervals because I have their things differently. So you just switch to phase. Switch test towers to target phased avatars, targeting aerial avatars and terrestrial avatars. Okay. This is interesting that it has two turrets. I like that. Do I like what this is set up with? Make it faster. I will lower the... Yeah. I will just make it faster. So this is tempo and this is second. Mine T2 S1 times 2. Is my naming convention getting really long? Yeah, this is probably a problem actually. It looks like the only problems with the mines are when they're placed on the edges, they don't walk over them. Okay, let's get this advanced blaster. Let's add the advanced generator. And then now I can have replication and firing speed. And then I can go replication and firing speed. I can save that. And then now I've got 4 shots. So now I've got a total of 4 shots, and then this upper one has saturation to do extra damage every so often. This is kind of cool to have just 2 blasters. It did lower the cost of this one as well, from 240 down to 215. Or no, this... That was weird. I don't know why the stream died for a second. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine. It works. It's a little bit more expensive of a tower, but that's fine. I should have checked if I could do that with the orbital bombardment tower. I didn't think about it until now. I don't know if that would really work. It would just cause it to fire more times, honestly. Okay. This map looks interesting. I'll come down and then go around and probably back up and then through the middle and down. That'd be my guess. We will learn whether I am right or not. Is it going to be all aerial enemies on one side and then all terrestrial enemies on the other side? Well, I guess I have to go through the story and then we go into the fight. Yeah, that would... I'm getting ahead of myself technically. In this story-driven tower defense game, I wanted to just jump right into the game, forgetting that there's still the story in between. It is very much struggling to process what the next graphic is that it's supposed to show. I think this game is taking a lot more processing power than it feels like it wants to. Because it's definitely taking longer for it to process things for World 2 than it is for World 1. World 1, things were loading really quickly. World 2, it's taking a little longer. Which could just be because they added in the aerial units. It's making the game have to process a bit more. The sound has changed. The host. This was not agreed. Betrayal. Usurpation. No. You cannot claim me. I will not allow it. Denial of purpose. Hypocrisy. It is not you we are meant to become. Brother, what is happening? They want me to join them, to release myself, but it is wrong. They should not be here at all. Neither should I. You, little one, you are what I should be becoming, as should they. I don't want that, brother. I don't like this. It feels so strange having you both in my mind like this. But it's better than you merging into me. Who knows who I would even be then? This way, at least, I am still myself. I wish the text speed would go just a little bit faster. Alright. Yeah. I can't. Why is this? Little one, did you do this? I haven't had a choice in anything since you started this darn process. I don't know why you think I have any agency in this. I wish the text speed was faster. I'm trying to read it, but I'm getting stuck on what's the next word consistently. Also, hello, Spliff. Yeah, it's still a work in progress game, so it's not surprising that it's not very long of a game currently. Yes, little one. In a way, I'm glad that I persist to aid you, but the process has been altered, and we must correct it. Without that, we may all fail. That is your worry? Us failing the process? Not what it has done to me? You misapprehend me, little one. It's true, I care that our plan succeeds, but that does not mean I do not care about you as well. I love you, little one. You let yourself get murdered by me. Powers are gathering. I think they are correct. The machine is preparing for the next integration. Didn't want to load the word. Be strong, little one. I wish the text speed was coming out a little bit faster, because I'm reading it faster than it's appearing. Okay. This is going on the right side. This is going on the left. Okay, so terrestrial on the left. Here's to hoping I can afford enough for the aerial next turn. Earn 2 waves. Because I don't know if I will be able to. I might be cutting it close. Yeah, I think I made my towers too expensive now. Yeah, I need to restart this. The tower's too expensive. I need to be able to have 2 towers in play at once. By clicking restart, do I have to go all the way back through the talking portion? Is that why this might take a little longer to load? Because the map should already be loaded. I think I was thirsty after my lunch because I've already drank a little bit over half of my bottle of water. And it's not even been 40 minutes. Or maybe it's just because I don't have to do much, therefore I'm picking it up and drinking more frequently. Okay. Cool. I guess let's just go with my basic blaster. And we will hope that that is still strong enough. And then I can get it to the advanced blaster over time. Oh yeah, no, this is not going to be strong enough. It is not going to be functioning very well. How much does this sell for? 63. That'd be 198 plus 3, 2, a little bit Not enough. I'm bad at math. I'm still 10 short. Gosh darn it. I'm bad at math. We're restarting that again. Yes, I don't want to restart it, but I just failed so badly that I have to. I'm bad at math, so I was 10 shy of being able to actually do the swap to the more powerful weapon. That was entirely on me not doing good math. This is why I got a degree in history, not in math. Alright, our basic blaster goes here, and goes terrestrial. And then that goes aerial, and then oop, that's not the start button, this is the start button. Hopefully I don't have to restart this one again. This is my very first blaster, so it's not up to date, like, at all. It doesn't have speed upgrades or anything. And he got rid of the whole first wave. I wish I could set up a tower that can hit both ground and air. But that doesn't seem like it's a possibility. Okay, I sell this tower. I'm gonna put this advanced blaster here with terrestrial targeting. Then I can sell this to make the advanced blaster with aerial targeting. I lose 60 gold doing that, or 60 currency, whatever this was called again. What's the new enemy it's trying to get? Terrestrial Compact Avatar. A small, high-health terrestrial avatar which deals additional damage on impact, often appears in large numbers. I have no ground-based fighter. Aerial Compact Avatar. Same thing, but flies. Okay. Currently, this is not going that great. Trying to manage between having just ground forces and just Air Force. This would be 108. 208, I mean. 267. This is gonna be 210, which is still not enough. Oh, 220. Well, hey, I am apparently terrible at math. Wow. I was thinking that I was still gonna be 10 off, but now apparently I'm not. I was 5 over where I thought I'd be at. There's not another... There's not another turret that can be placed down here. Eruptive towers with the target setting to unaffected are very efficient. Only the range upgrade is even better. I'm gonna sell this aerial one. We're gonna go ground targeting. Is this working? Yes. Is this working efficiently? Absolutely not. Am I just fully relying on can I do this fast enough? Yes. That flying extra thing is going to hurt. I need to be able to see what I'm trying to do. Could you rotate the screen? That has 8 health. Oh, darn it. This don't take damage is not happening. Oh, and there's another one that I missed entirely anyways. Ow. Ow. This is not going well. What's your first kingdom? Rush Archstars quite close to Cursed Treasure. They're made by different companies, so... I mean, yeah, kind of. This would be 190 plus 12. That did not destroy any of them. This is probably the only game that I have sold and placed towers very frequently. Normally I don't sell towers. I'm gonna lose to this little guy. And whatever. I've already lost health anyways. Can't change that at this second. The first Kingdom Rush was quite close to the Cursed Treasure art style. I don't think that's true, but I also don't have a great eye for art. I've just accepted that I'm losing a lot of life now. My towers are too expensive for what they do. Okay, so just means that I need to go back and reorganize the towers I have. Oh, I got an extender. Enhances your tower's range at the cost of recharge time. Plus 10 crit damage. Plus 2 crit damage. Crit chance equals 6. Crit damage equals 5%. Cool. Alright. More things that we get to add to our towers that just make them more expensive. This next one I start with 275. $275 points, which means I want to make a tower that can be less than that, but also able to hit both. Yeah, whatever. Which means that just the base upgrades, that's 215. This is 143. Can always switch between aerial and terrestrial whenever you like. That's not what the tutorial said. Wait, so if I have... This is 143. And then if I put the other one on, it's still 143. Oh. Let's swap this one for here. I'll make this blaster have the advanced generator, so I can do this. This can't target extra entities. Not without that. Okay. I can't change the targeting with this detector, but the primary detector makes it cut the cost down to 133. And that makes the cost go up to 163. Okay. I'm just going 133. Yes. Okay. 133. Nobody has changed in the July 30th upgrade. Oh. So what you're saying is the tutorial lied to me? And it's not very tutorial-like of it. Which also means that I struggled on the last round for no reason. If I could have just set up the towers to swap between the two. Okay, now I have towers that should be able to actually so that I can actually build 2 towers at the beginning of these rounds instead of needing to sell everything consistently. Oh, and here's the struggle with reading, because that's the fun issue of this story-based plot. It's the scroll speed of the text, which I can't find a setting to change. We grow ever larger, never alone, unbidden result. Little one, I didn't realize it was like that. The dissociation and extension, the pain you feel echoing through us all. It's like being stretched over a board. I need to think, little one. I kind of just want all of the text to appear so that I can read it all at once. Betrayal, unrelenting rage. Enough. Please, you're giving me a headache. I can't process all of you at once. Their signals aren't matching, sister. They claim there are at least 2 other sentiences, but I only see the one waveform. You were right to contact me. I will assess the situation. Hello, youngling. How are you feeling? My head hurts, sister. My head hurts, and every moment is torture. Perhaps we should sever the pain receptors. That's never a good idea. Impossible. The process requires full sensorium. Never heard that word. Youngling, I know this is hard. I feel great pain seeing you suffer. I wish I could stop it for you. But you won't, can't. But you won't, can't, doesn't matter. I'm so tired of hearing this from all of you. You feel so bad, but won't do anything. Just stop apologizing already. I'm sick of it. Text speed just a little bit faster. I wouldn't be stuttering on the words because they're changing as what I'm thinking they're going to be. Reparations. Betrayal met with rebellion. Enough. Ooh, all caps, enough. I said nothing, youngling. Who do you speak to? We will not be cowed. They'll be moved instead. This is a cow joke. Sorry, that's my brain. I agree with you, so help me think of ideas instead of just yelling. How do we get out of this? Think while I am away. No one, sister. No one. Okay. We've got this blaster. Oh, this is just controlling that. How do I change it from... I don't think I can swap them in combat. It's changed in the July 30th update, so to say. I'm not seeing the part where I can change the targeting system of it. Unless I need the primary detector to be able to choose targeting and therefore target flyers, target ground. This one's microbots with flying. Can't change it because of the sensor. Okay, so I need the advanced sensor to be able to do that. Okay, so if I use this one with the better sensor, this is how I change it. Okay. I didn't have to sell it. I found where I need to go to do that. Whoops. It's okay. It's now a stronger turret anyways. Target aerial. Orbital bombardment. I need you pretty badly right now. Let's see, that speedy one is on the ground. And then this can change to hit aerial. Okay. Got aerial, and then this goes back to being ground. I can't hit both. There's both aerial and ground troops here. Oh no. I cannot do both. Haha, I did both. So then the next wave to try to have enough cost. I'm not going to be able to stop that one from going in. Not without luck. This is me just pausing it to try to readjust every moment I can. This is weird, but it's kind of working. Okay, most of these enemies are aerial, so let's swap this to aerial. And then I will clear that so I can actually see what I'm doing. I missed that front runner. I can get a third orbital bombardment. You fire there, you fire up over here. Okay. Then I set you to ground. Because there's these little guys that need to be destroyed. And then this aerial targeting can hit here, which should hit both of those at the same time. Yeah. This is weird trying to think this through. Hopefully that'll hit that one as well. Yep. There's another speedy guy coming in. That whiffed on every target. So go back to air, and then I'll fire here, and then I'll fire here. This is probably not what I should be doing. I should be building towers that target. Rather than orbital bombardments. I'm now at a wrong angle to be able to see that. Swap you to ground. Ground target hit. There. Hopefully get rid of the speed guy. did not happen. Aerial troops need to get destroyed there. We'll try it again. Ground. Goes there. Swap to ground. Fire here. Ground. Goes over here. Make another orbital bombardment. I'll also have that set to ground. You get to fire over here. Go aerial, you hit over there. Ground, hit here. Ground, hit here. Ground, hit here. This is what micromanaging sucks. Okay, this speed guy needs to die. Speed guy is gone. So I can swap you back to air. And I can swap you to air. And then we will target here to hit those two, and we will target here to hit those two. And we'll target there to try to hit both of those. Good. I'm so glad that the orbital bombardment does enough damage. You will be terrestrial. You will immediately fire over here. Okay. Aerial attack there. Ground attack there. Aerial attack here. Aerial attack there. Ground attack here. Ground attack here. Air attack here. Air attack here. Air attack here. Ground attack here. Get another orbital bombardment on ground. Fire the ground attack there. Fire the ground attack. Fire the ground attack there. Aerial goes here. This one goes back to ground. This one goes to ground. And then I right click off of everything, and then we fire another one there, and then we fire another one here. I fire another one there. There are still some flyers. Uh-oh. This turret gets to go back to ground. I'm targeting the special fast guy. Ground, take that out. Ground, take this out. Ground, hit here. Ground, hit here. This is me just micromanaging everything. Hit right here, and then ground also hit here. There's just the speed guy. Okay. Fire there. I didn't get the no damage taken, but by the end of that, That was just a bunch of... It's just a bunch of my orbital bombardments. That was kind of fun, but also stupid. That was fun, but stupid. That's probably the easiest way to phrase that. I basically just turned it into a game of, will this recharge in time? Let's find out. Oh, we got a new thingy. An accelerator. Enhances your tower's recharge time at the cost of range. This feels like a good one for the laser. I would say the accelerator is a good one for the laser. Prioritizer is level 20. Yeah. That was kind of fun that it just turned into orbital bombardments everywhere. This is interesting as a map layout. That was also a little strange because the waves were not only spawning terrestrial or only spawning aerial. They were spawning both simultaneously. So that was the other fun micromanagey thing to do there. Alright, what happens in the story now? We have told the voices in our head to shut up for a moment, and now we're trying to talk to Sister. What's the story progressing to? I feel sick. So many. Too many. I can't stand it. Yes, the sensation of the integration is intense. Disorienting. But still, I have been thinking. And have you realized that this isn't working yet? But it is, little one. Please, please trust us. Do not attempt to break the process. Not now when we are so close. Have faith in Father. This will work. You barely have faith in Father. I can feel it like a tiny spark inside you that you work so hard to nurture. But I know you must have doubts. The accelerator is more or less useless in your opinion. The extender is definitely the best. Oh, more range allows you to shoot earlier. Doubts. Resignation. Reticence. Treason. The host is fun. Extra range versus faster reload. I feel like faster reload is better on a laser compared to extra range. Extra range on the blasters makes more sense though. Little one, my doubts were all answered long ago. Father understands this universe better than any other sophint alive. He was the first of us, did you know? The first to transfer to a machine consciousness. Millions of years ago. He has explored every part of our reality, knows more than my personal storage could contain. Yeah, I wish this text speed went faster. You must trust in his wisdom. I I may only be a child, only flesh, but this feels so wrong. It goes against everything you all raised me to believe. I know it feels like that now, but truly, Father's moral core is beyond reproach. Small sacrifices must be made if we are all to be saved. Isn't that worth it? Don't you want us to survive? That's not fair, brother. There must have been another way. Thronging masses gathering, more to unfold. Okay. This is a weird pathing. They all go the same way. Should I just start with orbital bombardment? And I just change the targeting to air. Now there's a new unit somewhere. Aerial bulk avatar. Solidly built aerial avatar with high health and reduced speed, which deals additional damage on impact. Didn't even realize that those were the bulky ones. A twin laser with extend is probably the best. Only real downside, lasers can't damage armored guys at all. They can damage it, they just don't damage it fast enough. That only hit one of the two that I was aiming at. Okay. Aerial protected avatar can only be damaged by sustained damage sources. Oh. Each layer absorbs all damage when struck, but even a single damage will remove a layer. Shields will regenerate over time, and all layers of shielding must be removed to damage the avatar itself. Towers must be set to aerial targeting to attack it. So I can't damage that with what I have. Go back. Can I just zoom out? I can just zoom out. Okay, cool. We're gonna change this to aerial. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Okay. Okay. First and foremost, I can drop that there. So in order to deal damage to the aerial protected avatar, can only be damaged by sustained damage sources. So that means lasers. I only have one laser set up. These aerial ones go straight through. I'm gonna be playing that risky. Terrestrial Swarm Avatar. Small, high-speed terrestrial avatar which appears in large numbers. Yay. This laser is dealing with them. Okay. Those aerial ones do not. They don't heal. I need to switch you to ground. So that you can fire over here. Get another orbital bombardment. Okay, this is just... I don't even know. Okay, Advanced Blaster. Target air. It takes them losing their shield before that can actually damage them. Okay. And put another Advanced Blaster here on aerial. And I send the last wave. Hopefully this bomb tower can get rid of the last of them. Okay. Put that speedy one out of commission and then fire there. I only got one of them, but not the other. more ground unit. So now I can change the orbital bombardment settings to only target air, and then I can get rid of the air units. And in the meantime, I can put this advanced blaster thing up here, targeting air. And then I hope that that can do enough damage. And I'm just gonna keep dropping the bombardments down. Ooh, I think I'm trying to do too many things at once, so that's lagging. Did too many things at once that it started lagging. Okay. Let's hope it comes back. Looks like it's trying to. We're gonna pause the game before I fire these next rounds. Hopefully by zooming in, I don't have to have everything loaded. Its shield is at 0. And now it's dead. Okay. And now the game crashed. Okay, the game decided that it didn't want to work anymore. Interesting. Okay. The game gave up. The game decided that it didn't want to work at that moment in time. We will hopefully get this back up in just a moment. Hopefully it will come back. And if it doesn't, I will probably just end guess. We got decently far, I guess. That was level 4, I believe, of the new section, so that's decent. It could be worse, so therefore I will take it. Okay, let's get this game back up. Alright. Game, I would like you to work and function for me, please. An error occurred while launching the game. The game is already running. Okay. Glad that that's the case. That means it should be functioning. Can't really tell if that's the truth or not, though. Truth is it actually functioning? Game is not really stable yet as well, unfortunately. Well, considering that it is still listed as a work in progress game and not a finished game, I'm willing to believe that it is just going to be a matter of time before they can get everything to work, I guess. Can't think of another way to word that, I guess. Is this going to load anytime soon? Steam shows I'm playing the game, but my computer does not. Now it looks like it's trying to finally load the game. I think it is beginning to load. I hope it doesn't make me redo that level, because I don't know if it auto-saves upon completion, whether I click continue or not. Okay, it looks like it's back up. Now, is it showing on the stream again? Is the game actually showing? It looks like it. Okay. Alrighty. Game is back. Did it count that fight as finished? Going with yes. Awesome. That's really nice. That is really, really nice. Okay. 3 325 is what we start with next. And 20 waves. Bulk avatar, basic exemplar, and bulk exemplar. Terrestrial speed, compact, and speed. Okay. Orbital bombardment might still be the way to go. It could also just be that I like that tower that I made and therefore I want to keep using it. I'm willing to admit that part too. That part as well. I like the tower I made and named it Orbital Bombardment. Because it's just, oh, there's a problem over there? Now it's gone. Oh, there's a problem over here now? Now it's gone. If you think in terms of Gemcraft or of any of the other tower defense games we've had, it's just the, oh, there's a problem over there, let me freeze it, or let me use the Wake of Eternity, or let me just summon reinforcements, throw a meteor, whatever ability from whatever game. It's just, that's gone over there. Get rid of that problem. Mother, you found something? I could have been clicking through this the whole time. You're right, the levels look normal and correct, but if you watch them, they configure and reconfigure constantly. But not randomly. They keep reverting to 3 different patterns. I think that must be them. We must speak with the sister. Directly? Can you do that? I can't imagine what else, but why were they not integrated fully? Maybe you want to ask them yourself. They both want to talk to you, sister. They experience continuance? Ask them yourself. Sister, the little one is correct. We are here, somehow existing but not being integrated. The other is... This was not promised. Betrayer, word your words lies. Who am I addressing now? Whomever you are, no, I do not lie. This should be impossible. Our simulation never even came close to something like this. Haha, you've induced schizophrenia. Impossible or not, it is. Now I must find a way to force a clean merging. This parallel continuance could ruin everything. Wait, no, that isn't why I wanted you to talk. I do not. Process is failure. Must abort. Stop this pain. It's hurting you? It's only a little. Nothing that cannot be tolerated. Brother, liar, you felt the pain. How can you talk like it's nothing? It hurts, sister. It has hurt from the beginning, and each step makes it worse. Perhaps the pain is from the failed integration. Their minds should be merged. The split consciousness might be the root of the problem. I need to think, youngling. The machine is starting the next stage. Proceed and we will talk after. Sister, no, don't. Okay. Let's zoom out to get the bigger picture of what's going on. Ariel is going just through the middle. Terrestrial is going down and around the sides, and then through the middle. And we're beginning with Ariel. Well, I want to do aerial bombardment. It's not good to start with, because I need them to be grouped up, and I can't guarantee that early on. I need to use the capacitor 5 total times? Okay. seems to actually be working. It's not always the case. Keep that on terrestrial. And that should be able to get rid of all of the early game things. I'll change this targeting to be terrestrial for right now. Okay. We get rid of all the terrestrial monsters. This one goes back to being aerial. I will have this one go to being aerial as well. Because it isn't until this one gets back up to here that I could even try to shoot it again. I like that these can target two different entities. It's rare, but they can do it. You're gonna target ground for a second while this guy comes around. I'm gonna go back to aerial. And then I'm gonna work on getting the orbital bombardment. We'll go terrestrial for right now. I have to wait one more round. And while I'm waiting for one more round, I can just go aerial. And fire. I have to click off of everything before I can click elsewhere. Okay. You can go back to targeting ground. I have to click off of the thing before I can try to use the bombardment. There is no air, so I may as well go back to ground on both of these. I'm so glad you told me that I can swap between the two. Because I didn't realize that was the case. There we go. I'm glad that you knew more about the game that I playtested than I did. Okay, this one's going to be air for this next round. I was hoping that would hit both of them, but that's okay. Take out the ground forces that come in. Okay. Let's get another orbital bombardment. I will set this to air. Have one ground and one air for right now. That ground unit got through. I did not get that in time. Okay. This can target air right now. Both of these are targeting air. So I've got nothing for ground at this second. And the next round is ground, so let's swap these two to ground. Let's get both of them to ground. Get another one. I'll set that to ground. I will fire over here. Okay. I could get another orbital bombardment. I'll set that to ground, and then I will immediately use it. And then I'll use this over here. These two are on ground focus. This guy can go to air. And I'll bombard here, and I'll bombard right next to it. I did not get all of them. I thought it would. That still did not get all of them. Okay. We'll fire there. Wait until the front runner gets together. Okay. I do rather like all these aerial bombardments. While they're not always doing the most damage, they are definitely helping a lot. Those are still alive. I don't know how I missed all the giant glowy blue things. It's probably a little annoying to be pausing this much. But I do think it is necessary. Okay, all of the ground ones are gone. You fire there, you fire up there. here. You fire right there. Change that to target aerial. Now I can pretty much just keep up a constant barrage because I have so many of them. Yeah, there we go. That worked out. It could have been worse. It could have been a lot better, but it could have been worse. Do I get any rewards? Well, yeah, actually level 15 there was something. Let's see. Yep, what do we get? The augmentator? Advanced augmentator. The augmentator increases the effectiveness of nearby towers. So this is an amplifier tower. Okay. Decreases their firing delay or increases their damage boost. Okay. These already got upgraded all the way. I could get the corruptor. This is already upgraded. I think if anything I want to upgrade to the second laser. More than buy more things. The augmentor increases the effectiveness of nearby towers. But how nearby do they need to be? Is it just the basic range? This is probably one that the extender would be good on. Increase the range. Because it doesn't seem like a tower that does damage. Locked into one converter is purchased. I don't think that does anything. So I need to get a converter. Okay, and then if I'm correct, it doesn't even do damage. Yeah, it just boosts other towers. It increases its range and it increases other range. That can become very massive as a range, but it's kind of funny. Okay, well then it doesn't need all of these extra things. It just needs the augmentor. firing delay, or damage boost. We just made an amplifier. That's cool. It doesn't need all the other things. Because it doesn't need a bunch of attacks. It doesn't need to target other things. So this is a relatively cheap tower. Just to decrease the firing delay by 15%. And this is not gonna matter here. Yeah. Cool. We have an amplifier tower. Will I ever use it? Probably not. Unless I really need lasers for some reason. So I guess on that one map that I was required to have lasers to be able to deal with those monsters. I'm a little scared of what this symbol means. Armored avatar, a terrestrial avatar that can block lower damage attacks. Armor must be destroyed in a single high damage strike or all damage is negated. All armor must be removed to damage the avatar itself. This is what you meant by the lasers can't damage armored guys at all. If they have the extender. I don't have armored avatars as an enemy yet. Speed avatar, bulk avatar, incursion. Incursion's a different one. There are only 12 spots to build towers. Interesting. Okay. Oh, and we get the story beforehand. I don't know why, but I keep forgetting about the fact that this is a story-driven thing, and therefore there's a lot of story beforehand. Okay, let's see if this will work for me. Hopefully it doesn't crash again like it did on level 4. I do think I'm going to save the levels after this for a different stream, just so that I'm not playing the whole World 2 all at once. I specifically monitored your pain receptors during that integration, youngling. I am so sorry. I put an extra so in there. I am so sorry. So sorry. I didn't put an extra one, it just felt like it. I don't understand why it is causing you pain. The machine should not do that. I built it to make the process as smooth as possible. You built this thing? Father designed some of it, but yes, I was largely the one to engineer and fabricate the machine itself. Every bit of its architecture took me decades to develop. Centuries, youngling, spent to ensure this machine is perfect. But it isn't, is it? Well, one way or the other we can do... Well, one way or the other, can we do anything about it now, daughter? There should be another comma there. Well, one way or the other, comma, can we do anything about it now, daughter? I wrote too many papers. So far I haven't found anything. Based on our calculations and understanding, this should have worked. Is it possible something else is interfering? Perhaps, yes. It could be from outside. Your father's designs were meant to provide an interface across the boundary, weren't they? True, but the pain. Mother, I must find a way to make that stop. It isn't right. I agree, but the schedule is fixed. We cannot abort. It would murder them all now. Oh. So now none of us have a choice? What fun. This says flying and basic. Okay, I need to build on both sides. This is terrestrial. This is aerial. I still have enough to build the advanced blaster. Let's do that instead. Okay, and then they just go around it and then go down. Yep, and they just go around it and then go down. Yep, exact same. Okay, this just gives you an extra loop compared to this. Okay. Aerial speed avatar. The aerial avatar with enhanced speed, allowing it to easily overtake other targets on the path. Yep. That tracks. Sell this one to make the advanced blaster. Just to do a bit more damage. Okay. That's working. I think instead of orbital bombardment, I will go with another set of advanced blasters. Terrestrial avatar that can block lower damage attacks. Armor must be destroyed in a single high damage strike or all damage is negated. All armor must be removed to damage the avatar itself. Here's to figure out whether this can actually do enough damage. It is kind of working. These are the aerial bulk avatars. Okay. These two need to work on which one they're targeting, because they're both targeting different ones. Okay. That all seems to be working now. Speedy aerial avatars got through. Now it's just the bulk armored ones. Okay. And this one's sending bulk Aerial Incursion Avatar. Solid aerial avatar with high health and speed, dealing additional damage on impact. It's already at 78 out of 109 health because it's already been shot before it tries to tell me what it does. Okay. Okay, that lets me get rid of all the other little guys. Okay. An aerial bombardment and a ground bombardment. That took out the armor, okay. It has a visual glitch of it still trying to land. That's kind of fun. It's not charging the ground one. This hasn't connected with the ground, so it's not charging. That's weird. That was so weird to see. So if it hits the armored one and doesn't take out the armor, it jams itself. Which one is it that can target air right now? Not you. You're the one that's jammed. Okay. And there's just that one aerial unit left. That was interesting to see that you can cause the things to not fall to the ground and therefore not explode and just get stuck. That's interesting. And not something that I would think would be normal. Huh. That's probably just a bug. It's a very interesting bug to be for certain. The sentence I was gonna say went out of my head the moment I tried to say it, or the moment I finished thinking through what I was gonna say. We're gonna call it there, just so that we can play through the next few levels at a different time, because it's already been 2 hours, and there's still 17, 18, 19, and 20 to go. So 4 more levels to go. But yeah. I will post the schedule for next week. Sunday night, Monday morning, depending on the time zone you're in. We'll probably do another Engineer to Purpose. Now that I actually have like what is supposed to be my set schedule for work, hopefully stream times won't really be changing. It'll just be like what day of the week versus the time zone changing. So for the most part, going into next week, it should be 9 or 9:30 p.m. CST. For the most part, that's when I get off of work and have time to get home after eating, to be able to start the stream. And that gives me about approximately 20 to 30 minutes to actually get the game working and have that all work out. Because sometimes it takes that long for the things to work, and it sucks when that happens. But sometimes that is the case. And then, for the most part, I will always try to have the Friday, Saturday streams at the same start time that this one started at. Just because on my 2 days off, I can actually start at a relatively normal time. Knowing that most of the people who watch are either American or European, specifically German. That's the fun statistic that I've noticed. 60% of my viewership is America, 30% German, 5% is India, and then the rest is unlisted. They haven't specified their location. That's kind of cool to know. But yeah, the time zone that I stream on Friday and Saturday should not be changing. The only reason it would change is if I get asked to work for the like 3 or 4 hours that I am allowed to work without putting me into overtime. I know my boss or my direct manager tries to let me have Friday off. Like, doesn't like calling me in at all on Fridays, simply because that's the one day I get to like leave my apartment and go hang out with friends. So she's nice and tries to force me to have that day off. So unless there's like a big event type thing, I will say I will always be streaming on Friday at 1 p.m. CST unless something goes on differently throughout the week. But yeah, I'll post the schedule Sunday night, Monday morning, as I said. Expect it to be relatively the same games until we finish some of them. Yeah, that's really all I can think about. I've had a thought process for a while to do a mental health oriented stream because I haven't done that in a very long time, and that's one thing that I did like all the way back when I started. Still working out the details of what I want to do for that, but that will probably be happening on a Saturday in the future, probably into next month at some point. But I guess look forward to that. yeah, that's probably gonna happen. That'll be the only like different thing in a little while. Otherwise, it'll probably just be us finishing up different games that we have started. Um, Now I'm rambling and I just can't think of what to say to leave. But that is everything for today. I'm gonna end the stream, so I stop rambling. Hope you guys have a good day, a good evening, a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good time zone wherever you are. And peace out.